This is why you need to nail your FHIR implementation planning. The stakes are high and the benefits of getting it right are immense. FHIR, or Fast Healthcare Interoperability Resources, is a standard describing data formats and elements in an application programming interface, API, for exchanging electronic health records, EHR. When implemented correctly, it can revolutionize the way healthcare data is shared and utilized, leading to improved patient outcomes, streamlined operations, and enhanced data security. However, the path to successful FHIR implementation is fraught with potential pitfalls. One wrong move, and it's chaos. Imagine the frustration of dealing with constant error messages, the stress of a disorganized workspace, and the inefficiency of a system that just doesn't work as it should. These are the consequences of poor planning and execution. But don't worry, we're here to help you navigate these challenges. Let's dive into the top mistakes in FHIR implementation and how to fix them. By understanding these common pitfalls, you can take proactive steps to avoid them and ensure a smooth and successful implementation process. First up, lack of understanding of FHIR standards. This is a fundamental issue that can derail your entire project. FHIR is a complex standard with many nuances, and a superficial understanding can lead to incomplete or incorrect implementations. Skipping the basics can lead to incomplete implementations. It's like trying to build a house without a solid foundation. You might get something that looks like a house, but it won't stand up to the test of time or use. How to avoid it? Invest in training and education. Make sure your team has a deep understanding of FHIR standards before you start the implementation process. This will save you a lot of headaches down the line. Invest in training and education. There are many resources available to help you and your team get up to speed. Consider attending training seminars or workshops, enrolling in online courses, or even bringing in an expert to provide in-house training. Use resources like the HL7 FHIR website and online tutorials. The HL7 FHIR website is a treasure trove of information, with detailed documentation, tutorials, and other resources to help you understand the standard. Online tutorials can also be a great way to learn at your own pace. And don't be shy, consult with FHIR experts when in doubt. Sometimes the best way to overcome a challenge is to bring in someone who has been there before. FHIR experts can provide valuable insights and guidance, helping you avoid common pitfalls and navigate complex issues. Next, inadequate planning and scope definition. This is another common mistake that can lead to major problems down the line. Without a clear plan and well-defined scope, your project can quickly become unmanageable. Jumping into development without a clear plan? Recipe for chaos. It's like setting off on a road trip without a map. You might eventually get to your destination, but you'll waste a lot of time and resources along the way. Instead, gather requirements with all stakeholders, define your scope, and take a phased approach. This means involving everyone who will be affected by the implementation, from IT staff to healthcare providers, and making sure their needs and concerns are addressed. Start small, then expand. By starting with a small, manageable project, you can work out any kinks before scaling up. This phased approach allows you to make adjustments and improvements as you go, ensuring a smoother implementation process. Poor data quality and mapping, another biggie. Data is the lifeblood of any healthcare system, and poor data quality can have serious consequences. Inconsistent or inaccurate data can lead to errors, inefficiencies, and even patient harm. Inconsistent data can mess up your system. It's like trying to run a car with dirty fuel. It might work for a while, but eventually it's going to cause problems. Fix it by performing data profiling, using standardized mapping techniques, and implementing rigorous validation processes. Data profiling involves analyzing your data to understand its structure, content, and quality. Standardized mapping techniques ensure that data is consistently and accurately translated between systems. Rigorous validation processes help catch and correct errors before they cause problems. Security and privacy concerns are often overlooked. In the rush to implement new systems and technologies, it's easy to overlook the importance of security and privacy, but this can be a costly mistake. But a breach can be catastrophic. A data breach can lead to significant financial losses, damage to your reputation, and legal consequences. It can also compromise patient trust and safety. Ensure compliance with regulations like HIPAA and GDPR. These regulations are designed to protect patient data and ensure its privacy and security. Compliance is not just a legal requirement, but a critical component of building trust with your patients and stakeholders. Implement best practices for encryption and access control and conduct regular security audits. Encryption helps protect data from unauthorized access, while access control ensures that only authorized individuals can access sensitive information. Regular security audits help identify and address potential vulnerabilities before they can be exploited. Insufficient interoperability testing can lead to integration failures. Interoperability is a key goal of FHIR, but achieving it requires thorough testing. Without sufficient testing, you risk integration failures that can disrupt your operations and compromise patient care. To avoid this, conduct extensive testing, use FHIR test servers, and collaborate with other healthcare organizations. Extensive testing helps ensure that your system works as expected in a variety of scenarios. FHIR test servers provide a safe environment for testing and debugging. Collaboration with other healthcare organizations can provide valuable insights and help identify potential issues. Performance and scalability are crucial. As your system grows and evolves, it needs to be able to handle increased loads and maintain high performance. Poor planning in this area can lead to slowdowns, crashes, and other issues that can disrupt your operations. Poor planning here can slow down your system. It's like trying to run a marathon without training. You might be able to start strong, but you'll quickly run out of steam. Perform load testing, design scalable architectures, and monitor performance continuously. Load testing helps ensure that your system can handle high volumes of traffic. Scalable architectures allow your system to grow and adapt as needed. Continuous performance monitoring helps identify and address issues before they become major problems. Finally, don't neglect maintenance. Regular updates and maintenance are essential to keep your system current and compatible. This includes applying software updates, fixing bugs, and making improvements based on user feedback. Stay engaged with the FHIR community to keep up with best practices. The FHIR community is a valuable resource for staying up to date with the latest developments, best practices, and emerging trends. Engaging with the community can provide valuable insights and help you stay ahead of the curve. There you have it. Avoid these pitfalls and you'll be on the path to a seamless FHIR implementation. By taking the time to understand the common challenges and how to address them, you can set your project up for success. Happy FHIR-ing.